Oh, yeah. I do my best to remember everybody so that you will know that you're not just a number to me. And it's easier for me to remember faces and names as opposed to SID numbers. I had one client though, his SID numbers were 3 digits, so that was easy to remember. And you know what that means if your SID number only has 3 numbers.
Time ago.
Oh, yeah. When I would go see him at the jail, the people at the jail, no, Stephanie. I'm like, no, those are his numbers. And then they're like, oh my gosh. So he had a case from, I think, 1960. So that is why he had the 3-digit number. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. All right. So, Mr. Bernal, do you want a jury trial or a bench trial? What do you want?
Judge, he wants a new attorney.
Oh, why?
I don't think she's surrendering my best interest. I'd like to hire her.
All right. So here's the thing. Let me explain something to you.
Rightly said.
Sometimes, and it's okay if you want to hire an attorney, that's fine. Sometimes people think an attorney is not working in their best interest because that attorney is not giving them what they want.
Right.
Sometimes people want a dismissal and the attorney says, well, I talked to the state. State says they're not dismissing it. They can't force the state to dismiss a case. If you want a dismissal and the state says, no, we have enough evidence, we're not dismissing it, then your choice is, hey, either you accept that they're not going to dismiss it, enter into a plea bargain agreement, or either you go to a jury trial or a bench trial. But your attorney can't force the state to give you what you want. That's not really how it works. The way negotiations work is they'll go to the state. Maybe your attorney will tell the state, hey, I see some bad issues with your case. This is what you're going to have a problem proving. And then the state will be like, oh, I didn't view that. These prosecutors will do that. I don't know what other prosecutors are doing, but they're saying like, oh, I didn't consider that. Let me look into that. And then they'll probably look into it. And if everybody agrees on what they're seeing or what the issues is, they may say, you know what, we are going to dismiss it. But you're charged with the burglary of a building.
Right.
So burglary of the building cases, they're very simple. Drug cases are very simple and in terms of what needs to be proved. So if your attorney is not giving you what you want, which may be a dismissal, that doesn't mean that they're not working in your best interest. It just means that the state said they're not going to dismiss it. State, on Rafael Bernal, are you all going to dismiss this case?
We will not be judged.
So is there anything that the defense can do to make you dismiss this? I guess other than that you're on video at the picnic with the pastor or something. You know, I said, there is nothing that she can present to them that is going to make them want to dismiss your case. They're saying they're not going to dismiss it. Is that correct?
That is true, Judge.
Is there any information that the state can bring you?
That defense could bring us?
Yeah, I'm sorry, that the defense could bring you to have you dismiss this case?
There is not, Judge.
So they're not going to dismiss it.
Okay, everything that you said prior to this about how she's not doing her job.
No,
Let's explain.
I'm not saying she's not doing her job. What I'm telling you is it appears that you, and I'm using it as a hypothetical, you want a dismissal. The state is saying they're not going to dismiss your case.
But she actually also giving me the proof of why I don't have a case for dismissal. She's never given me. I need to look at the proof to see what proof they have to convict me.
All right, so let's do this. Could you go over the paperwork with him again?
Yes.
All right, and state, could you make sure that she has your file so that she can show him police reports and everything?
Certainly, Judge.
On the record, respectfully, Judge, I have shown him all of the documents that we have in the state's file. He's looked at the state's.
Oh, no, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
We'll do it again.
Yeah, sometimes people go to the jail and maybe they forget certain things. I don't know, but she's going to show it to you today. And she's going to explain to you, according to the penal code, what burglary of a building is. All right. Part of it is going inside a building without consent. So that's part of it, right? No. Here's the thing. That's part of it. So she's going to go over that with you and show you what's in the police report. Okay. and then we'll come back. But what I want you to know is when you're sitting over there, the state is saying they are not dismissing the case and she can't force them to dismiss it.
I understand.
Okay.
Fully.
Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. Just have a seat.
May I make sure, just on the record, he has made very clear that he does not want me representing him, that he wanted to retain an attorney. Do you still want me to
Oh, yes.
okay.
I mean, do you have an attorney here today?
No.
All right. So yes, you're his attorney.
Okay,
All right. Thank you.
so I just don't want to complain. Yeah, she's ordered.
No,
for me to-
she is going to show you
Right.
all of the documents that the state has against you.
Okay.
And then once she's shown you that and you've read it, just come back before me, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, counsel. All right, Jesus Santoyo, are y'all ready?
Yes.
And then after that, I'll take up Jeremiah Simmons. Do y'all have an agreement or no?
I got a recommendation. I believe that defense is asking for slightly less.
All right, court is calling 2021 CR 3906 State versus Jesus Santoyo. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Jason Garahan for the state, Your Honor.
Jonathan Watkins for Mr. Santello. Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon. And are you Mr. Santoyo?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
How do you pronounce your last?
Santoyo.
Santoyo. Okay, sorry, I can't
Nah,
do the
no,
accent.
yes, ma'am.
I'm doing the best I can. All right, so defense has filed a motion requesting that a bond be set. You are on deferred adjudication, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're entitled to a bond. The only issue is what that bond will be set at, all right?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And state you're prepared to proceed?
Yes, Your
All right, and state, what are you requesting for a bond amount?
Honor. $15,000, Your Honor.
All right, and defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we're asking for 5,000, and the reason we're asking for that amount is based on he has dependents, he works, and Judge, I asked him to show up this morning, and he did show up this morning. We came back at 1:30, but he's wanting to handle this.
Right. All right. Do you want to call him as a witness with regards to bond amounts?
Just briefly, Judge.
Sure. Can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jesus Santoyo.
All right, you may proceed, counsel.
You're aware as to why you're here today.
Yes, sir.
And how many children are you supporting right now?
2 kids.
And do you live here in San Antonio during night?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a spouse?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you the primary person responsible for paying the bills?
Yes, sir. I'm the only one that works.
What kind of job are you doing right now?
I'm a driver for material transport, so we deliver doors, and building materials for houses and stuff like that.
Okay, and is that a job that you're working 5 or 6 days a week at?
Yes, sir, from Monday to Friday.
Okay, and based on your current situation and being the primary supporter of those children, what kind of bond amount would be something that you and your family could afford right now?
The lowest possible just to help us out. So make, you know, coming bond.
Nothing further. Judge.
All right. So I have questions to ask you, and it's relating to my setting a bond amount. Have you ever been diagnosed with any type of mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
Ever been on any type of medications? In the past, have you ever used any type of drugs?
Yes, ma'am, just marijuana.
All right. So, and here's my other question, and this is not for you, this is just for attorneys. Part of the issue I see in the motion to revoke, and I'm not taking it as true, there's an assault case. Is that a misdemeanor assault?
Yes, ma'am. And he has a bond set at 5,000 on that one. It was 2,500, and then it.
And which court is that out of?
So Judge, it's out of County Court 13, and I tried to go there to just get them to reinstate the bond.
Mhm.
But the DA couldn't agree to that, so.
All right, so I'm trying to figure out, County Court 13, is that family violence?
Yes, it is.
All right, so who is the complainant?
And
It hasn't, may I speak, ma'am? It has nothing to do, it wasn't a family member or nothing like that, so we don't know why it's family.
No,
violence.
here's the thing, don't speak about any of the facts. I'm just trying to figure out who the complainant is in that case.
Yeah, it was just some guy, he was no.
And the information we have, judges, it was just a guess of the home that day. And actually, Your Honor, just to make things very clear, I haven't reviewed the discovery. I don't want to speak on the case. When I have been informed, that person was arrested for aggravated assault. So there were 2 bookings in one
All right. So does anybody have a name?
It was Valentino Vasquez, that was his name. Something like that.
Valentino Vasquez?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am, sorry.
All right, is there, we can go off the record. Is there a way to look the name up?
I could possibly look it up, Judge, if I got a SID or SO or something.
If I can find it.
All right,
I
because
just don't have it.
If I said the wrong name, I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm just trying to remember.
No. I'm just trying to figure out who it is because I'll need to do a no contact order. So that's why I need to know.
That's.
And I'm gonna go into Odyssey and see if they have anything. Let's see here. Okay. Is this? Okay, I think this is it. That was filed on May 16th, 2025.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, let me see. And they have it as a family member.
That's.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up who the complainant is.
Alleged. complaint.
Well, yeah, I mean that automatically. For some reason, they won't let me.
Check. Jason's looking it up. Front.
Okay.
We should have an
Alright.
official in a second.
I know that they already have the no contact order in place there. But I just want to make sure it's on this one as well.
Good, by the way, that's one of my favorite Seinfeld episodes. It's, I believe it's season 8, episode 19, the yada yada.
Oh, yada, yada.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite episodes is when Kramer, it's all over the Keys. And so Kramer leaves and he goes to live in the big city, Los Angeles,
Oh, LA, yeah.
and he gets accused of being a serial killer.
Very good, yeah.
And they go visit him at the jail and they ask him, how's everything going? It's Seinfeld and it's George. And Kramer's like, oh, everything is going well. I've had some people review treatments. And they're like, Kramer, you've been arrested for being a serial killer. He's like, oh, nothing. Then he walks out with the guards and he's like, could I have 1 second? And he comes back, he's like, get me out of here. But at the end, they're like, how's it going? He's like, I'm just doing what I do. That's the way I've always done it. That's the way I always do it.
Yes, Judge, this is, can't remember who said
Okay,
that.
thank you.
That's who's listed in the MAG paperwork and everything.
All
So
right.
it's-
So we're back on the record. The court is going to set your bond at $8,500. There's to be no contact with Celestino Vasquez. Just 1 moment. And there is going to be 30 sober support meetings. Those are AANA meetings in 30 days. All right, and Ms. Ferguson, when do you want to recall the MTR back? Oh, and state your excuse. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, council, 29th or 31st.
30. Thank you.
All right, they'll have you sign the reset form and we'll be back.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Your time to-
You're welcome. Deputy Lord, there's that. All right, Martin, you want to come forward with your client?
All right, here's your closing commentary in the style of Law Talk with Mike. All right, let's talk about that. This hearing had a little bit of everything: complaints about representation, bond arguments, and even a quick Seinfeld reference to lighten the mood. It started off with Rafael Bernal, who was pretty adamant that his appointed attorney wasn't doing enough for him. Judge Boyd took her time explaining, as she often does, that an attorney can't force the state to dismiss a case just because. That's what the client wants. She walked him step by step through how plea negotiations actually work, how the defense can point out problems with the evidence, but ultimately, it's the state's decision whether to dismiss or proceed. And in this case, the prosecutor was unequivocal. There was no scenario where they dropped the charge. Even so, Judge Boyd made sure Mr. Bernal understood. He'd get another look at all the evidence and the police reports, so he could see exactly what the state was relying on. The tone stayed calm but direct. She wasn't going to let frustration derail the process, and you could see her commitment to making sure the defendant felt heard, even if he didn't like the answer. Then came Jesus Santoyo, who was on deferred adjudication and now facing a motion to revoke probation. The main issue was setting a bond amount. The defense argued for $5,000, pointing out that Mr. Santoyo is the primary breadwinner for his family, works full-time delivering building materials, and has 2 young children to support. The state countered with a request for $15,000, partly because there was an additional pending misdemeanor assault case. Judge Boyd questioned Mr. Santoyo directly about his mental health, past drug use, and financial circumstances, and you could tell she was balancing public safety with the reality that bond needs to be something a person can actually post. After some back and forth about who the alleged victim was in the assault case and a bit of humor about Seinfeld episodes, the judge settled on an $8,500 bond with a no-contact order and a requirement to attend 30 sober support meetings in 30 days. It was a good example of Judge Boyd's style: thorough, candid, and willing to spend extra time clarifying the rules so no one left the courtroom confused. She wrapped up by setting the next date to check compliance and sent everyone on their way with clear instructions. All in all, it was a hearing that highlighted how much of the work in court is about communication, making sure defendants understand their rights and responsibilities, even when the outcome isn't what they hoped for. If you found this hearing insightful, consider subscribing, hitting the bell, and letting me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every one, asterisk.